Hi, it's Simon. Today, I want to show you the best value desk setup for Mac that I've found to help you both create and work remotely on a budget. And secondly, why today's partner Riverside has completely surprised me in becoming my secret online multi-tool. So in 2024, more and more people are realizing that building a voice online is at the heart of what they do, as is working remotely. But the cost of equipment, time cost of capturing, editing, and publishing can be a massive barrier for many of us. So from working smarter through to upgrading your video call game, in this video, I'll show you those top Mac accessories and other tools that don't break the bank whilst offering fantastic results. All the tech I use in this desk setup is listed in the description if you're interested in any of it. But first, why Riverside? Well, last month I realized it's more than just a fantastic podcasting platform because I've actually been also using it for remote meetings, solo filming, auto editing, captioning, loads of other stuff. It's absolutely brilliant. I'll show you later. And look, I'm even wearing the t-shirt. It's actually a very good fit. More on all of those use cases later, but if you do want to join me and give Riverside a try, you can click my link in the description to get 15% off. But before all of that, we're going to look at desk, computer, sound and video, peripherals, the whole lot. Let's dive in. First, the desk. Well, I'm on this sit-stand desk from Maidesite, which is keeping me sane in the legs. Is that a thing? But if you don't want to stretch to a sit-stander, just get a desk with wheels, like this affordable LAGKAPTEN desk from Ikea that I use for filming. Why? Well, however small your room is, a desk on wheels makes setting up your setup for different tasks like filming so much easier, even for adjusting lighting from your window for those important video calls. For the computer, well, of course, a Mac is probably the important part of the Mac desk setup. I'm still using my 2022 M1 Max MacBook Pro, which has been an absolute workhorse for me. But yes, that would not be a budget option for a lot of people. And if I was getting started on a more conservative budget, I would go for this, the M3 MacBook Air. Now, whilst yes, this is not a cheap computer, no MacBook is. And if you want to be set up and future-proofed, this is a really good little investment. So the M3 is a really strong contender because it will be ready to make the most of those new AI tech features coming to Mac Sequoia in 2024, meaning you'll be able to utilize all those new creative generative AI advancements coming over the next years. Now, whilst a MacBook Air is not fan-cooled, like say a MacBook Pro for those bigger jobs like video editing, the new models have plenty of power to deal with 4K editing, AI image enhancement, and sound processing for your creative explorations. So this has to be my top pick for 2024. But if you can't stretch that far, again, a refurbished M1 MacBook Air still has to be an amazing deal for a budget-saving option. Those things were incredible value even at launch. Next, let's look at your sound and audio and get that on point for some high quality and easy podcasting, streaming, and meetings. Well, I'm going to say get a good mic arm first. For sound and audio, this is the Elgato Wave Arm. I think it's the best low-profile mic arm out there, and I love it on my Maidesite standing desk. It stays out of shot on calls and recordings. For my mics at my computer for day-to-day video conferencing, I actually love using the Rode Wireless Go 2. It's brilliant with the Interview Go that attaches to that arm, and it's been my favorite for quick and easy, versatile use. The reason is it plugs directly into a Mac without the need for an audio interface, so you can just plug it in and away you go. If you didn't want to go that far, you could still just use your AirPods like Colin was on our demo with Riverside. It works really well. Either way, when you're recording interviews, I recommend using headphones. It just sounds way better when you're recording on something like Riverside. I sometimes use these old Sony headphones, linked below, but I don't always like the look of them on camera. Mostly, good sound is more about the room you're in than the gear though. So a good trick is to drop some carpets, rugs, soft stuff on the floor, or putting pillows in the corners of the room to stop that sound bouncing off the hard surfaces. It's amazing how it improves things. If you have an iPhone and a Mac, continuity camera is really worth using. It makes the most of that main iPhone camera, and it's a brilliant way to get great quality video. What's really cool though is the iPhone will actually act as a 4K camera directly via the Riverside app. It's currently in beta, but it does mean you get the full power of that 4K camera, and this is what it looks like. But if you wanted to go a little further, invest in a good webcam. I love the Opal C1 4K webcam for its quality. It's great because it's a webcam that you can dial in the settings. There is an Opal Composer app, and this is, I think, key to a good budget setup. Find one that gets you an ability to adjust the levels and colors and it will look so much better. And I really like the Opal because it has quite a convincing depth of field. That's that nice blurry background. And it's really easy to use. Plug and play, really. For lighting, well, window light is always great. Try and put your window off 45 degrees or square on to where you are for some good lighting. But if you really want to make sure it's consistent, good lighting for interviews or regular video calls, a cheap bi-color panel like this newer 660 panel is brilliant. I use this for years on my channel to do this setup, and it's super affordable and will do daylight 98% as well as something bigger like my Amaran key light that I'm using here. Consider a desk mount to attach everything to your desk so you don't have to set up separately. As for desk peripherals, the CalDigit dock is a brilliant one for connecting headphones, hard drives, whatever else you want. It's really smooth and easy to use with a MacBook. And I'm a big fan of peripherals that make life and work better. So make sure you also check out my videos linked below for more on great gear to get your desk set up on point. At the moment, my go-to keyboard on my main desk is this one, the Q2 Max from Keychron. It's a wireless, heavy, and really great to type on keyboard. But what if you don't want to hear that clack of a nice keyboard on your camera when you're recording? Well, if you want to take notes quietly, you should consider using your iPhone or maybe an iPad to do that for a soundless engagement. And here are the results. I'm filming on the iPhone directly into Riverside via the app, the Rode Wireless Go mic plugged in, and really just a bit of natural light. And I think you can get some really good quality video meetings and podcasting, which really ups the game. But the best thing is I'm actually using the built-in teleprompter element of Riverside to remember what I want to say. Let me know in the comments what you make of it. Now then, I know I'm pushing the budget setup angle on this video, but you might also have spotted this rather lovely desk mat from Orbit Key, a beautiful desk shelf from Ugmonth's Gather range, which I absolutely love. But I'm not mentioning them since, well, they are super premium and probably not necessary for most people. I'm just not going to mention them. In all seriousness, just investing in a simple desk mat like this felt one here is worthwhile for a comfortable working environment. This one is from Etsy, and one investment that I think is really fairly priced is this Logitech Lift Mouse. It saved the dodgy wrist pain and is a joy to use once you get used to it. And if you want to see how far you can take a creative desk setup, by the way, make sure you also check out my over-the-top desk setup video after this. I've linked it below. So we've now got a powerful but great value desk setup that will make remote recording, filming, video meetings not only easier, but far better quality. So now we need to use it. And to do that, I actually started doing a demo recording of a remote podcast on Riverside, and I made a rather surprising discovery. This platform started to become a very cool solution to a bunch of totally different regular tasks and use cases that I come across every day as an online creator. So let's talk about podcasting, but also meetings and video conferencing. It turns out Riverside is actually a brilliant video conferencing option, and to be honest, I find it more stable and more feature rich in many ways than other options that are out there, whether you hit record or not. Look at this. So first we need to sign into Riverside and set up our studio. We click go to studio and then the system guides us through getting set up. I would always say you want to use headphones and ask a guest to do the same, as it ensures better sound quality if you are recording. Now you can select your audio, video and speaker choice, and it's always good to use a dedicated mic when possible. I know, for example, Tim Ferriss ships a mic to all his guests, but I'm not sure I can afford that. Now we can click join studio and we are ready to go. Now I can invite guests, producers and audience, but also plan a recording or let's say meeting back on the main dashboard. You can schedule your meetings and invite guests as you wish with the calendar. But here is surprise number one. I've discovered that Riverside can be added to my Notion calendar as a conferencing option. And I suspect you can do it with Gmail as well. And I have to say, I much prefer the platform to other services. There's something about that guest management that just gives it the edge. And remember, we don't have to hit that record button. But if we do, it's a bonus. Okay, let's carry on and we can see some other cool and unexpected features when we move into recording your podcast. So I've got my colleague Colin invited and we can do a little demo of the system for you. So Colin's here, let him in. Hi Colin, how are you doing? Welcome to Riverside.
Awesome, doing really well, Sam. Good to see you.
I am on my super over-the-top setup. The screen is here, but I've got a teleprompter with my iPad mirroring this screen so I can look you in the eyes on the teleprompter. What are you recording on?
I'm just on a MacBook Pro, so it's really easy for me. It's super simple. I got your one screen right here. I can see everything really easy. Got a little bit of display on the right-hand side, but then get to see you front and center as well.
How did you find logging onto the system?
It's as easy as joining any other virtual meeting. I mean, I got the email, clicked the invite, just put in my name, and then said, yes, I'm using headphones.
And it's working brilliantly. Do you know what I mean? So there's a load of AI tools to improve sound. I've got a load of controls. You can like adapt your level compared to mine. Well, thank you for coming on the call. It's been really good. And I'm going to now edit this and show people the results.
Perfect. Sounds good, man.
Now, what's really game-changing about Riverside for recording is that it records to your local device so that in the end, you will have a full quality, uninterrupted recording regardless of your internet connection for each guest. They also have a low data mode and it will solve the issue of delay, stop sending the video so that you can at least get recording done with audio. But surprise number 2 is this. This is a bona fide option for your streaming system with the added bonus of keeping that 4K recording off the device for later on. So all you streamers out there, there is also this great live stream option that allows you to stream at the same time as recording direct to your social media accounts and avoid all the setup detail of using software such as OBS, although that's good. And I believe that in 2024, Riverside's updates allow you to stream to multiple social platforms as well. We have a chat box, nice if you need to share something covertly and maybe share a reference or something. And on Pro plans, you can customize the look and feel with cooler features, including surprise number 3, a built-in teleprompter. So if you want to nail that meeting presentation or want to see your guest while you're doing an intro from your script, you're all set. Next, editing and repurposing. So if we now go to the editor, post-recording, this is the part of Riverside I think people don't often realize exists. We have the option to use this AI producer tab to do some of the advanced features. Surprising surprise number 4, I've accidentally employed a new editor for all those simple jobs. What's really cool about Riverside is that it has this AI embedded into the editing features to create an automatic transcript, but also to do easy cleanups, add captions, and my favorite, magic audio and smooth speech that removes those ums and ahs and even fixes audio quality for you in post. A brilliant option, particularly when getting started. And I'm going to really enjoy using AI show notes for those YouTube descriptions, particularly creating automatic chapters. Yes. There are also some cool new options coming. The editor will also create smart scenes to rearrange your video and audio tracks. It's cool to see there's also this new royalty-free audio library. And my favorite demo from the paid plan though, has to be the AI and voice dub, which can correct mistakes and turn your text into speech in your own voice.
We are 33 5-star reviews away from 200. We are 29 5-star reviews away from 200.
I'd say that was pretty seamless. So exporting is super easy, and I also have the option to share the recording for feedback or if my guests ask for a proof before I publish it. Finally, we can use surprise feature number 5, and that is magic clips, which allows you to create quick short clips to promote whatever it is you've recorded, such as vertical content on social media from the original recording. I now have some great options for creating additional content with minimal effort. So let me know what you make of my setup in the comments and what would you be adding to your affordable Mac accessory list that isn't here. Whilst we've got your Mac desk set up in a happy place, it's often the apps that are the hidden gems to help you make the most of your Mac or iPad. So watch this video next for my favorite discoveries this year. Click on my face to get subscribed here and don't forget to use my link below to try Riverside, and I'll see you on the next one.